Hi folks, this is Vint with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly review Zafehouse Diaries 2. This is a game that you can find on Steam for about $7. So what is Zafehouse Diaries? Well, this is primarily a text-based zombie survival game. You don't have any of that fancy first-person slash third-person zombie survival. Instead, you've got this book in front of you, and you're going to be reading what's going on, and you're going to be making decisions that will impact the group that you have. Now, one of the biggest pluses to this game is the custom creator, in the sense that you can create your own survivors, you can import photos, you can name your survivors, you can give them occupations, and yes, you can even create occupations. And it's important because the occupations will have different skills. So a policeman might have these skills, or a teacher might have these skills, or this person, because they're a janitor, may not be good in searching or combat, but is great at cleaning, that kind of thing. So you can either choose between, the existing people that were programmed into the game, or you can create your very own. You can assign them the preset occupations, or you can, again, create your own. There's even an item editor where you can add new items to the game, like melee weapons, ranged weapons. So, and there's even groups, in the sense that you can assign the people that you create to various groups. Group A, Group B, Group C. And when you're creating your characters, you can even give them prejudices, like they do not like Group C, or they do not like men, or they do not like women, or whatever. And it's important because your group will try to get along, but if they've got prejudices, and it just so happens that this person has an education and this person doesn't, and this person hates people with education, then, well, they're not going to get along very well, and that will affect the tasks that they attempt to do as you're assigning them in the world. So, aside from the custom content creation part of it, you'll be able to choose between I think there was like 4 or 5 different scenarios. There's the tutorial. There's one where you have to repair a car by finding all the different parts, and then you can leave. It's untimed, so you can spend as much time as you want on that map. There is a timed helicopter scenario where you don't know when the helicopter is coming, nor do you know where it's going to be, and you have to go out into the map and find notes that will tell you where they will be. And then you have to get there and be there when the helicopter shows up in order to win. That's a tough one. And then there's an endless mode where you just survive as long as possible, and the military will bombard and destroy buildings on the map. So you're going to die, it's just a matter of when. Another cool thing is that when you're setting the difficulty, there's a wide range of different things that you can adjust. And these will affect, how strong the zombies are, how often they respawn. There's 4 settings. There's off completely, or just disabled completely. Then there's easy, medium, and hard. And you can set those any way you want to. Even on the harder modes like that endless that I was talking about, you can still set it to be easy so that you have sort of a chance to explore it and get your bearings before you're killed. So as far as the gameplay itself, like I said, there's no fancy first person, third person going on here. You've got this book, and you're going to be dragging little objects like little pins or dice, whatever the character is that represents the people that you have. You've got a group of 5 people typically. There is a scenario where you start off alone and you have to find other people. But typically you've got 5 people. It can be randomly generated. It can be a group that you've already pre-made in the custom creation screen. But you're going to be starting off in a building, and you've got a number of options there. You can search the location to try and find items to help you, like food, melee weapons, ranged weapons, ammo, that kind of thing. You can build barricades. You can build traps. You can't specify the kind of barricades or traps or anything like that. Well, there's like experimental traps that you can set down, but it's not like you can pick and choose from a catalog. For the most part, you tell them what to do and they do it within the confines of the program. When your barricade is completely built, you can build like a sniper nest or electric fence. There's a power grid in this game, so as long as you're connected to the power grid, you can build like electric fences or build some really cool things. You can upgrade existing weapons by modifying weapons and tools. But again, you're going to be assigning people to do these things. Like, this person, I want you to clean. This person, I want you to build a barricade. This person, I want you to build traps. And based on the skills of their occupation, they will either have a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5-star ranking. So you don't want to give the cleaning job to a teacher that has a 1-star cleaning skill, or you don't want to give, the crappy, I don't know, the unemployed person with no combat skill the patrol option or the order in order for them to go around and kill zombies around the house. Like, you got to pick and choose based on their skill set what they should be good at and assign them out that way. And I like that. You've got your own personalities. And yes, you can cheese the system. You can create occupations that are good in everything, like 3-star, 3 or 5-star, 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 just all the way down the line. You can create an occupation that is OP. You can do that if you want an easier time in this game. Anyway, so you start off in this house, you're going to be doing various tasks, and then when you go off to explore other locations, you can either recon it, which is recommended, because you won't know anything about the house that you're about to break into. There's breach, which means break into the house, fight any zombies that are there, and then once you're there, great, do what you want. Again, explore, search the location, you can patrol, all the things I read off earlier, cook, all that stuff. You may be zombie corpses, in which case you want to clean that to prevent food spoilage, and that will attract other zombies from coming in. Yeah, so you can do that, but another cool thing about breaching is that you can actually pick and choose which survivors go into which rooms as far as breaching goes, and that's only if you've reconned the area to begin with. You can also set their armor and their weapons. You can, again, specify the rooms they break into. You can set the how risky it will be. Like, if you set it to be like low risk, then they'll only break in if they're sure that they can either beat the one zombie that's there, or if they see zombies, they'll run. Or you can do like medium risk, high risk. There's also random events that will pop up from time to time. Like, a hunter showed up at my house, and there's a huge, crazy zombie monster. I can either agree to help him or just get out of there. And different things will happen based on what you choose, and RNG, of course, plays a factor in that. Also, the weapons that you have. A group of survivors may show up and take one of your members hostage, and you have to decide, what do you do? Do you let them have the hostage, and you're left with 4 people now? There's an issue where maybe one of your survivors got bit and is infected, and you don't have any more antibiotics, so do you kill them and just get rid of them? Do you just banish them? It's a really cool storytelling kind of game. Again, it's not action-packed in the sense that, you get all this blood splatter everywhere, and, you get to actually see zombie corpses mutilated. No, you're reading the story as it unfolds based on the decisions that you make. And I gotta say, for $7, this is a fantastic game. The editor really adds a bunch of, content to it, because, again, you can import photos and customize things the way you want, or you can just choose a scenario and have at it. I've got about 15, 14 hours, something like that, on record with this game. For $7, yes, this is absolutely a good time. There is a learning curve. I just want to warn you, like, you may be fuddling around the interface trying to figure out, okay, how do I send these people here? Oh, how do I set the breaching skill or the risk? How do I change it from recon to breach? How do I do this? How do I do... You're going to be messing around with the interface as a newcomer, trying to accomplish what you're trying to get done. That's the only downside to this, is that sometimes it's difficult to figure out what it is you're supposed to do, or how to go about doing it. But once you learn the game and understand the UI and how it all comes together, yeah, I think any zombie survival fanatic will enjoy this. So as long as you don't mind reading a little bit. Again, it's more texty as opposed to visual, Rambo gunning everyone down kind of thing. So there you go. Highly recommend for me. If you guys haven't already, subscribed to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I'm going to publish. This is Vince. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.